We're going to just talk about when we get a book or a reading passage of any kind. Somebody raise their hand and tell me, what is the very first thing we say to ourselves as soon as we see a book or reading passage? Sander.
The author's purpose.
What about the author's purpose? What question do you ask yourself?
What is the author's purpose?
What is the author's purpose? Good. What is the author's purpose? I have a book here called The Life and Time of the Peanut. Somebody raise their hand and tell me what the author's purpose is. Katarina.
The author's purpose is to entertain us with a story about the life and times of a peanut.
Okay, she's saying it's to entertain us with a story about the life and times of a peanut. But you seem kind of unsure of that. What is a good way we can check to be sure? Kiana.
Read 3 sentences.
Let's go ahead and read the first 3 sentences together, okay? And if you agree with her, I want your hand to pop up. If you disagree, I want you to pop up and I want you to be able to tell me why, okay? So let me immediately show you the picture of the life and time of a peanut. And when you think you know what the author's purpose is, put your hand up. The humble peanut. She already has her hand up. Peanuts are one of our most beloved yet least understood crops. Through the years, they have been called goobers, pinders, ground peas, and many names in between. They first grew thousands of years ago in South America. Avant, what is the author's purpose of this book, Peanut, The Life and Time of Peanuts?
It's to inform us about a passage about peanuts.
Okay, how many, raise your hand, how many of you agree that this is now an informing book about, now, Katarina, I'm going to ask you something. Why did you think this was an entertaining book?
On the front of the pig with the characters.
Yeah, it wasn't real pictures, was it? It wasn't real pictures, so that in her mind she's going, I think it's going to be an informing book, but looking at the pictures it kind of looks like an entertaining book. So you can see how that kind of threw her, right? But you're right, it's an informing book. So what pre-reading strategy, Xander, am I going to use for an informing book?
KWL.
A KWL. What 3 questions do we ask ourselves with a KWL? Robert, what's the first question?
Do you already know?
What do we already know about the peanut? What's the next question we ask?
Want to know.
What do we want to know? And then, Casey, what did I
Learn.
learn? Very good. All right, very good.